Rev your engines and fasten your seatbelts. It's time for Thunder Talk with Dan Bailey, keeping you up to date on everything going on this season at Mississippi Thunder Speedway. Thunder Talk is powered by Arcadia Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram. Now, here's your host, Dan Bailey.
Hey, race fan, welcome to another edition of Thunder Talk on the Winona Sports Network, 99.3 FM, and streaming live at WinonaRadio.com. I'm Dan Bailey. This Friday night at Mississippi Thunder Speedway, we have another special event. It's the USRA Late Model Special, presented by Lamb Trucking and Two Brothers Auto. Would love to see you at Mississippi Thunder Speedway for this $1,000 to win special with the USRA Late Models, and no better way to get the feeling for the excitement that we're going to experience this evening at MTS than by talking to the defending champ of not only this USRA Late Model Special event, but also the 2022 track champion at Mississippi Thunder Speedway, Kory Ressie. Kory, first of all, welcome to Thunder Talk this week, and thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Dan. Appreciate it.
You know, I got to tell you, the 2022 season was a storybook season for you. As I mentioned already, not only did you win this USRA Late Model Special event last year, but you also wrapped up the track championship. So looking back on 2022, what sort of memories float to the surface of your mind when you're thinking about last year's run?
Just being consistent, pretty much. And, I mean, we had zero issues with the car. We picked up a few wins. We had a lot of top fives. We couldn't ask for a better season. So
it's the sort of season, looking back last year, where everything seemed to go right and you enjoyed a lot of success. This season, though, slightly different. Not only has Mother Nature been giving us curveballs through the first couple of months here. I mean, we've only really been on track a couple of times. And first night out, you experienced some issues with the 208 machine. What happened that early season run at MTS?
Yeah, I'm not really sure if we got a flat tire or if we broke a shock bolt. The car came from the bottom up to the top of the wall. We were running up close to the wall, and we tried knocking the wall down, and it didn't move.
Yeah, the concrete never does it?
No, we had a pretty short night then.
Do you feel like you have that all fixed and repaired, and you're ready for the USRA Late Model Special at MTS this week?
Yeah, we're ready. We're hoping we have a better debut than the first night out.
You know, Mississippi Thunder Speedway has struggled this year with weather. I mean, we've only had a few green flag nights of action, and here we are already in the month of June. Have you been able to take your car elsewhere? Have you visited any other tracks, or are you primarily focusing on Friday nights at MTS this year?
Yeah, I've been so busy at home and home life and everything. We really haven't we pretty much got 3 laps in that we did opening night, and so far that's it. So hopefully we're going to change that Friday.
Have you been able to get out for some practice sessions at all?
Yeah, we were out. We went out for practice when MTS had their practice, and the car was great. We thought we had a great car, and it was just unfortunate that we either broke or we ran it up into the wall on our own.
So then how about this car for 2023? Is it the same machine that you piloted last year, or have you gone through some changes getting ready for the 2023 season?
No, everything's the same motor, same chassis. The only thing we did is switch the colors up.
Yeah, I was going to bring that up, but now that you mentioned it, let's talk about that. Whole lot of pink on that race car this year, so tell us the story behind the 208 color scheme for 2023.
Well, as everybody knows, I have a couple girls at home, so I let them decide what colors they'd want, and we ended up with pink. They wanted a whole bunch more, but we settled for one.
Well, you know, I will be honest with you. I think the car looks great. It brings some color to the racing world. I know you're not the only one who's ever brought, some color to the racing world in the wraps and the paint schemes, but I think it plays well with the rest of the design of the car. It's a sharp-looking late model, and I think it will present itself well not only on the track but also down there in Victory Lane next time you get to celebrate another feature win. Tell us who it is that celebrates with you by way of sponsorship and support for the 2023 season this year.
We got great sponsors. First off, Riverland Trucking. Then we got River Valley Construction, Buzz's Bar and Grill, Lamb Trucking, which they're sponsoring tomorrow's night, Domain, Trade Tools, Georgia's Bar and Grill, Great River Organic Milling, Tell Bar and Grill, R&T Fireworks, and hotel transport.
You know, it's with great supporters like that a racer can strap into the car each and every weekend and hope to go out and do what you did last year. Pick up some feature wins, have a great time, wrap up a championship, and look forward to racing each and every weekend. So kudos to those local and area businesses who have come on board with you for this year. We already talked about how last year, 2022, seemed to be kind of a bulletproof season for you. Everything just kind of went right for you. Coming off a year like that, it's hard to look for more, but if you could think of some sort of improvement that you might be striving for this year, what would that entail? What would make 2023 even better than 2022?
Just to pick up a few more wins and get back to being consistent like we were last year. Hopefully we can get there. We will. I know that. We got a great car, we got a good motor. I got great fit guys helping me. So now the driver just needs to perform a little better.
You know, the USRA Late Model Division at Mississippi Thunder Speedway is a stout division. May not have the numbers of, say, for example, the B-Mod class, which is regularly in the upper 20s, but it seems like a vast majority of the competitors in the late model class are stout competitors. I mean, you have to work for success in the USRA Late Model Division. When you roll out onto the track, who do you focus in on? Who do you think you really have to beat week in and week out in order to have another successful season this year?
Oh, there's a handful of them at MTS. I mean, obviously Lance and Waits, the 47 car, Craig Crosby. It pretty much all depends. If you get a good draw, hopefully you can stay up top. But if you get a bad draw, you got your work cut out for you.
Yeah, there's nothing like trying to battle from the back of the pack when everyone ahead of you is as fast as the names that you had just mentioned. So it makes a race fan wonder what it's like back in the pits in this USRA Late Model Division. Are you guys all friends? You all get along? You swapping ideas about what works? Or is it starting to get a little more closed off where people are holding their speed secrets a little closer to the vest and not willing to share them quite as much?
Oh, definitely people are keeping tight lips, but I mean, we still all get along real well, joke around with each other. It's a good time. It's a great class. If people are looking to get into it, I would suggest this class. I mean, it's great. Fairly affordable, and the cars are fast.
Fairly affordable, and the cars are fast. That sounds like a recipe for a fun summer, doesn't it?
Yeah.
All right, well, Kory Ressie comes off not only the 2022 track championship, but also comes into this USRA Late Model Special presented by Lamb Trucking and Two Brothers Auto as the defending champion of the event. Best of luck to you tonight. Best of luck to you through the entire 2023 season. But most of all, thank you very much for joining us this week on Thunder Talk.
You bet. Thanks for having me.
That was Thunder Talk, keeping you up to date on everything going on at Mississippi Thunder Speedway. Thunder Talk is powered by Arcadia Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram.
You ever notice that when you're on a fishing trip, you drive your boat all the way to the other side of the lake because you think that's where the best fishing is? And the people staying at the cabins on that side of the lake, well, they come and fish where your cabin is. You don't have to drive a long ways to catch the big fish. And at Arcadia Motors, you don't have to drive a long ways to get the best deal on a new Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, or Ram truck. The best deals are right in the bay next to your cabin. Take the short, scenic drive to Arcadia Motors. ArcadiaDodge.com.